Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews Paradise Season 2, Episode 3, Another Day in Paradise. Sinatra wakes to discover a new paradigm in the bunker and takes steps to safeguard its biggest secret. Guys, we're talking spoilers. If you haven't seen it, turn away now. Lamont, this show just keeps getting better and better. We have a cliffhanger at the end of Season 1 with Xavier trying to go find Terry. We don't get that. We meet Annie in the aftermath of the super volcano. And so we get the outside world. Then we get Xavier and find out how he met his lovely, lovely wife, who he's searching on now. And now, of course, what's left? We got to know what's going on in the bunker. And my goodness gracious, Lamont, the crap has hit the fan. There are more secrets. Just like Sinatra said in the trailer for this episode, it's not just about the bunker. What the hell is she talking about? I'm also confused, Lamont. There is a part of this, I don't know what's going on. What in the world, or who the hell is Alex? This is multifaceted. I got questions. Hopefully you have answers. I'm gonna calm down though and ask you, how did you feel about the episode, sir? I'm curious. Let us know.
I am really liking the way shout out to the writers. Okay, you know I'm a writers guy. Have done this in a way where they're flashing back, and I say that because a lot of people in the industry don't like that. They think that that's a ploy. They think that's lazy. No, if it fits the story and it keeps the story going in an entertaining way, it works. And I love this. And I didn't think I would like it as much as I do, but I really do. And it feels almost like B.A. what they're doing, instead of them just kind of picking up with the way they left off, they're going character by character, some of the people, the new characters and the characters that was the main people from last season, and we're getting what's been going on with them this whole entire time. And now Sinatra was shot. We got a new president. The old president's son is out here leading the freedom forces. Ironically, Xavier lands in Graceland, and his daughter's name is what? Presley. So he's at Elvis Presley's house, and his daughter Presley is in the bunker trying to help the chaos and be a part of the freedom fighters. So I love this episode. I thought it was good. And the question I have for you, B. Avery, the way this story went in this episode, are we seeing the turn of an antagonist into a protagonist? And can you see that for Sinatra?
Absolutely not. F Sinatra. She can die
Wow.
in hell. I don't like her. Are you serious? Are you trolling me right now?
No, because you talked about that there are some things that they're hiding, and she's working on a secret project. That secret project is what her and that scientist in the very beginning of the episode, before the bunker was built, they're working on that.
But
That's exactly what they're working on.
what has she done in this episode to redeem herself other than play stupid and play possum? You drugged me down here when I just woke up from the hospital. Like, what? What has she done?
Okay, you got to see the big picture.
Okay.
She knows that in order for life to continue, they're going to have to do whatever that scientist was saying that involves time, and the way the Earth is going to kind of have to be terraformed above the surface. And whatever she has done with Alex and the other scientists, she's siphoning energy for a reason. And it's most likely the reason she's siphoning energy is so that whatever terraforming needs to go on above ground so that the Earth can kind of geologically reset itself. That's what she's doing. So at the end of the day, if she can get life to exist above that bunker again and be a hero for getting the planet to restart, you gotta like her because she's bringing life back above Earth.
Lamont, first of all, I couldn't disagree more. If that's her plan, why keep it a secret? Why don't you just tell everybody? Hey guys,
Easy.
I am trying to save the planet. This is how we're gonna do it. When you have secrets, you don't you create distrust. That's why
I get that.
That's why you sitting up here in an interrogation room with a polygraph thing on, where Captain Weenie President over there screaming at you. We're gonna talk about him a lot. But man. But also it's just self-preservation, man. All she wants is control. Yeah, she may want to save the world and keep it going, but if she's at the top of the hill with a gun or a laser pointed down at everybody, I mean, she just can't.
Maybe,
She just
maybe.
can't be trusted, in my opinion. Y'all let us know. What
Let
you
us
think?
know.
Do you think that she gonna turn villain to hero? I doubt it. But hey, Lamont, I have called you crazy before, and you ended up being right. So hey,
Well, the thing is, you made a point about lying and deceit and all that. There, I'm for the truth. I am, but the military has proven that there are times where you just gotta lie for the sake of humanity, quote unquote. And I believe that she's lying because we have a clear example of why she's lying with President Napoleon. He was about to ruin
hold on, you be
energy
giving me. I love the
resources.
names. I love the nicknames you give these our characters. But keep going. You always hit on the
But for,
head.
for real, listen,
Yeah,
President Napoleon was about to burn up resources so that they can have fucking
man,
summer in the bunker.
this
And
guy.
see, that's why she's got to keep this a secret. Because instead of you putting those resources to something that can help above ground, President Napoleon is trying to make below ground more home like, and that's going to deplete any chances of long-term survival. So that's why you got to lie sometimes. I'm sorry, you got to lie sometimes for the greater good.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I, I just don't see her logic behind it. Does she think they're gonna revolt? Um, Mind you, she never did get a hold of the guns that were taken from Xavier and his team. She has been out a month now. So she's, man, there's so much to talk about in this episode. But let's back up though from the beginning. You brought up the
Okay.
scientists or whatever, Mr. Wells Waldo. I missed the subtitle on exactly how long ago this was, but let me press pause. I gotta ask you, Lamont. Okay, Sinatra is worth $34 billion because she sold her software company in season 1 at the bar, and initially she said 14, but then she said 34. She was like, I sold my company. And if the stock market does what it's, I'm gonna be worth $34 billion. That's a lot of bread. You're gonna have a lot of resources. I still don't understand why this could not have been funded by the government themselves, whether they had the money or not. I think that I could be wrong. I probably am. But if it's a apocalyptic world-ending event, they're just gonna do it anyway without the. I mean. I just think that they would have enough power just to do it, regardless. Like I don't see how Elon Musk can come through and be like, "Hey, I'm building this." I just see them stealing the money, or I don't know. What am I missing here? Am I tripping?
No, you're missing the fact of think about how throughout society's history, anytime a kingdom tells a group of people go and settle a new land or something like that on behalf of the kingdom, and then the people that go wind up settling the land want to take it over. You're missing that part. Like you said, Sinatra is about power. She wants to be the person on top. And we also got a chance to see the former president's dad come in there, who's basically a lobbyist, shucking and jiving, sniffing around the jock straps of billionaires. Oftentimes what the government wants to do, they want to be in bed with the rich people, and they try to socialize the risk for the rich people while the rich people capitalize on the gains and then give it back to the politicians via campaign contributions, helping them settle up stuff. And at the end of the day, the government would not in no way or form build an underground bunker that would be big enough for all humanity. They would build a bunker that would probably only take the families of the rich people, the family of the government workers, and be done with it. And they would not want to spend their capital on it. And they would want the rich people that's going to be down there happy because they're going to feel like the rich people that have the resources are going to be the one to start a new world. Well, here's the problem with that, B. Avery. If a catastrophic event shuts down the world, everybody's resources basically starts even. And it's easier to revolt in something like a bunker, and nobody really has no title of being rich no more. And you don't have nothing. You have nothing. That's it. But that's why governments tend to do this type of crap.
I'm muted. Yeah, okay, I got you, man. You make a good point there, and so y'all let us know what y'all think about that. You brought up the dad and how far they went back when he won the presidency. It had to have been like 10 years ago, and they had been working on this for a minute because, and I'm sorry, y'all, my allergies. Sinatra is frustrated right now, thinking that the project is behind schedule. He's like, "Hey, Cal is like, hey, I'm the president now. You know, I can remove all the red tape." So you can get done what you need to get done. Father of Cal calls him a moron, and she's like, "Hey man, I need some help. I'm trying to buy this technology right here, but this dude won't sell it to me." And then that's where we found out that Cal's a monster too. You know, we felt sorry for him in season 1 because he had Alzheimer's or some form of dementia. You know, but he's like, "Let me introduce you to some people that you may not be aware of," and that's where we meet Mr. William Billy Pace, and he's raggedy from top to bottom. I did get a laugh though, because he's like, "Jesus, lady, if you say it out loud, I'm walking away. Shut the hell. You need to calm the hell down." I got a chuckle out of that. How do you feel about Cal's dad though, that he has assassins now in his back pocket?
Typical politician. I mean, typical quiet politician. For those that don't know what's going on with the Jeffrey Epstein story, let me fill you in. All the evidence point that he was a Mossad agent. Basically, he had control over Israel and some cases Russian governments because he recorded all these men's tapes and he was getting paid ransom money because he had these men on tape, powerful men on tape doing stuff that they should not be doing that could ruin their lives. And that's what this daddy is, to the point where he can get an assassin like Billy. And by the way, I know 20 women underwear fell off when they heard Billy's deep voice, because he's got that voice that needs to be doing some kind of a children's cartoon or something that involves a good voice. And Billy looks like a trailer park trash. He really does. He looks like a trailer park trash that went to Russia, hung out with the Black Widows, and now he can shoot some people. But if he was really about that business, B. Avery, and we'll get there, he would have took that son out. But there's a reason why the son didn't get taken out. And I think that we saw the son in the bunker.
Yeah, we're definitely going to wait on that plot point right there. So yeah, Billy, we're going to wait on that right there. Presley and James and Presley. Oh, I wanted to jump to the screen and whoop his butt for throwing that note away, where the president's son was trying to, communicate with him. Why, Lamont? Why? I mean, children do stupid things, but Jesus Christ, do we throw him in the meat grinder, or do we give him? Do we just put him in timeout?
Timeout, man. You got to put him in timeout. He's going through a lot. You just got to put him in timeout.
I like the banter between the kids and the babysitter. What's the black chick's name, man? The other agent? I'm sorry, y'all. Please forgive me.
Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson. Nicole Robinson. I like her, man. I do. What are your thoughts there? And I got more to say for her, but what are your thoughts there initially?
I like her too. I like that she's taking care of the kids. I hate that she got demoted, but she had to know what was coming at the end was coming, and she was starting to unravel it a little bit. But for them to trust someone who we're not going to say her name until you get there, she had to know you couldn't trust that B. And she could see it when that individual was talking to the president and cozying up with the president. And I was thinking to myself, this dude is being nice to her because he want to sleep with her. He want to sleep with her. And you saw what happened. But I like Robinson. I hope she's going to be okay. And she's going to be one of the heroes of this story.
Yeah, she definitely is. I was laughing my ass off when she showed up to. We're talking about Jane. When Jane pulled up to the crib, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, Sinatra's awake, and I don't know what happened, and I just reacted. I shot her, and she passed out, and she was unarmed." And Robinson was over there like, "Little girl, how did you know to, and I shot, how did you know to go over there in the first place? Like, I'm not buying this, your white woman tears. I was so frustrated with Xavier because he is so oblivious to her BS. I'm like, bro, can't you see that she's lying through her teeth? I mean, she acting,
Right
but
through it.
at the same time, Robinson sees through all of it, and I love her character for that. Asking those questions, she's pushing the button, she's poking the bear, enough, but not, she don't want to reveal herself. Like, okay, I know you full of shit, or full of crap. I'm just, trying to, stick my toe in the water, and ask you average questions that anybody would ask. But yeah, the fact that she know that she full of crap and she's not buying it, man. I love that. Before the season ends, we know how the episode ends. Will there be some type of confrontation or fight between them two, Robinson and Jane versus Robinson? And if so, who you got?
Man, shout out to the actress playing Jane with your cute self. Folks, I do happen to have met her. I've seen her in Hollywood. We've had a talk, so she knows how I feel about her work. I hate you on this show though, for real. You're doing a good job. I really hate you. If I had to put money on how they would write this, be Avery in a one-on-one, based on what we've seen this episode, I'm gonna go with Robinson. Lord have mercy. You get a Robinson. You on mute, my brother.
Oh, my fault. So that whole time I was putting up the pictures, you didn't hear nothing I was saying?
Nope. I was trying to talk through it so that nobody would miss it.
I was wondering, I was like, why is he talking over me? Does he not hear what I'm saying? My fault. I was muted. When I was putting up these pictures, I was talking. I thought y'all could hear me. But I was like, yeah, Jane, we ain't rooting for you. We over here rooting for Robinson, okay? So screw you, and we're going with Robinson. That's what I was trying to say right there. But my bad, y'all couldn't even hear me. Now, we got to go to the lovely name that you gave, wasn't Captain Napoleon, President Napoleon. Napoleon, who is now, he was the governor, and then he was the senator, and then he was the vice president, Lamont, and now he is the president of the free world. But Lamont, it is no longer 330 million Americans. It is 25,000, and he does not have the authority that he wished he could have had 5 years ago. Don't nobody respect this man. People calling him dumb. They cussing him out in the meeting. This dude said, "Are you a fucking idiot? You can't even lower the power or raise the power for 10%. You're going to shut the whole thing down. You dummy." I was laughing.
I loved it.
Every time he opened his mouth, somebody, "I'm sorry, that won't work. I'm sorry, that's a bad idea." He's like, I want summertime. I mean, come on, bro. Like, no, he seemed like a weasel. It was
he is, man.
Yeah.
It's like every time he opened his mouth, a toe pop out because he kept sticking his foot in his mouth. Pop, 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 pop. Dude, don't nobody worried about no damn summer down there, bruh.
Yeah,
People is trying to figure out how we gonna survive and get beyond this bunker. And he talking about he wanna. That's just like some Republican white dude, B.A. Want a damn tan when we just went through an existence level threat on the earth. Come on, man.
Now, let me ask you this. We've seen a good size of the bunker. How many people do you think that could actually fit down there? I mean, people had the whole house to themselves. You know what I'm saying?
The engineer who designed it said, what, 22 or 30,000 people. But the way folks got space, B. Avery, and you hoping that you can survive to have life outside of the bunker, you got to do better than that. I think that if they're saying you can get 30,000, I think you can probably get 100,000 in there. It's going to be a family to a room. F that.
I was going to say 1 million people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you of course you can't have cheese fries, but
right.
Yeah, but I still don't think people can be, packed up in sardines either.
Right.
I mean, they had lakes and parks and all kind of stuff. You got to throw all the luxuries away. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You starting the world over with 25,000. But I mean, we found out that there's people above, but at the time they didn't know that was that was going to happen. Now, Lamont, we who was lying and who's telling the truth? Jane or Sinatra? Or Sinatra or Jane? Jane goes to visit Sinatra in the hospital. Hey, Sinatra, do you remember what happened to you? She's like, no, I don't remember nothing. Well, Xavier shot you. Mind you, we got to go back. I'm mad at Xavier for taking the route for Jane anyway. You didn't shoot the Sinatra. I did. Robinson like, F that. That's trash. You can comment on that. But also, Sinatra said that she don't remember. And she said that, hey, Jane said, Xavier shot you. And if you remember anything different, it was a lot of dead bodies around. And I had to do what I had to do to keep you clean. What's going on, man? Is Sinatra telling the truth or is she lying? Does she really not remember or does she remember everything?
Man, Sinatra, that B remember everything, B Avery. Her lies are just as bright as Flavor Flav smile with them gold teeth. She remember everything, B Avery. And before we get too far, remember what that scientist said about what's going to happen above the bunker after you have that cold winter.
Well, yeah, that was at the beginning of the episode. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, that the Earth was going to start to evaporate. It was going to start becoming like Venus. And for those of you who don't know Venus, you start counting planets from the sun. We got Venus, we got Mars, so on and so forth. And Venus is so hot that and doesn't have an atmosphere. Water has evaporated. He's saying that's going to happen after the big freeze. People are going to think that life is about to start happening, which is what Xavier, Annie, and everybody up there is going through, not knowing that their lungs is about to explode from the pressure. Sinatra remembers all that. When she was on the table and they was having those flashbacks, that's what was going in her mind right there, B.A., while she was laying on that bed, that gurney. And she remembers it. The thing is, when are they going to come out and let us know that her and Jane working together? Because that's what this is.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, are they still a team? Because Jane was kind of giving energy like she gonna go rogue, just go solo or something, you know? And
no.
What do you think there? Or you think she's still loyal to Sinatra, or she thinks she's just like, F this, I want to go play my Wii?
Jane is not bright enough to go solo. She
Really?
is still working. She's about as smart as soap on a hot summer sidewalk. She is going to be working with Sinatra. There's no way Jane is doing and Sinatra had to answer like that because she probably didn't know whether or not they put any kind of recording device on Jane. So yeah, Sinatra know everything. Sinatra is really the president.
And we got to talk about recording devices as well, but we're not there yet. But we can talk about this one character. Oh yes, Dr. Gabriella Tarabi. Her attractive butt. Sinatra is creating enemies all over the place. Remember, she was pissed off like, you did this, you did that, you siphoned off energy and you recorded a private conversation with me in the shower and I was making love to, I'm finna say Alex, to Xavier.
Xavier.
Yeah. She's upset and she doesn't trust her either. And she is the one that's asking the questions with President Napoleon while she's strapped to the polygraph. I like the scene. I was so mad at the president, Napoleon. I'm like, bro, stand here. Ask her again. Ask her again. Ask her again. And then when she answered, he ran in there like, enough of the crap. Enough. This is bullshit. I want my goddamn answers. I'm going to get my answers. I am in charge. Okay, I am the president. Bro, if you got to yell out that you're in charge, you're not in charge. If you got to say, I'm the man, you're not the man. Okay? Eventually, before this meeting, he did realize that I'm the president now and nobody respects me. I'm glad that he realized that. That was hilarious. I think I did laugh out loud. But I wanted him to shut the hell up, bro, when he came in that room. Do you agree or disagree?
No, 100% agree, dude. Like B. Avery said, anybody who's a real G don't got to run around saying it. If I love the Lord, you're not going to see 50 stickers on the back of my car saying I love the Lord. If I am someone who lifts weights all the time, my physique is going to tell you. My mouth ain't going to tell you. Like, dude, shut up, dude. He's got a real Napoleon complex going on. Nobody respects him. Everybody that stands next to him looks over his head. And now he's up here trying to throw what little bit of weight he got to throw around. He's doing it. And then another issue with people like him, B. Avery, you win people like him by stroking their ego. And that's what Jane did. She suckered him. She put that bait
Man,
on that rod and got
yeah,
her a little mouth fish and stroked his ego, and boom, was able to do what she was able to do to get close to him.
this is true. Yeah, he hook, line, and sinker. How did she pass the polygraph though, bro? That's what I'm curious about.
I mean, she helped invent that polygraph system. She probably knows how to calm her breathing rate, how to calm her heart rate. And for all we know, Jane might have slipped her some medicine to make sure that her heart rate doesn't bump up while she was in the hospital. Simple.
Gotcha. You know, at the time, I really thought his breath stank, but we found out
It
a little
probably
bit later
does.
that means that has dual meaning. It has dual meaning. But after this, Lamont, we jump to not necessarily the past per se, but a little bit in the past, where it's Sinatra and Billy again, Billy and Sinatra, and she's giving him the money, and he goes and what type of technology is this? Do you think? That's just so groundbreaking. Like,
This has got to be some kind of like Tony Stark art reactor type stuff, something that can not only create energy but probably work to reverse the CO2 damage that's going on in the ozone. It's got to be something like that. Got to be.
So, if that's the case, why was old boy that owned the company that has the technology so reticent on giving it up? He was just like, man, there's so many things that you don't know what's going on at the bar, when Billy tried to give him the sign.
Yeah.
He was like, we can't, he was as if like, we can't let this fall into the wrong hands type, If we use this, it's going to open up different portals and dimensions, and monsters going to come from outer space and not kill us, but torture us for thousands of years in an eternal loop that we can never escape from, and it'll be torture. Like, I know that was a bit much right there, but why? Why did he want to give it up? I mean, she said, I'll make you filthy rich.
No, I mean, there's some things you can't put a price on. And if you have the power to restart Earth for billions of people, to recreate billions of people, there's no price tag you can put on that. And then at the end of the day, if you have that kind of technology, everybody is going to be gunning for you. Quick little story. It's going to take 40 seconds. There was a man who had figured out how to get cars to run on O2. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's water. Had got his patent. He was told to drive all the way up to, was it Chrysler Ford? One of them. Well, folks, what do you think happened to that man? Did he make it there? Hell no. Somewhere near the desert of Phoenix, they found his car and his body dead, and the patents that he had drawn up, gone. And we've never seen them since. Same thing with this technology, B. Avery. Same thing. You're on mute. Still on mute. Still on mute.
What about now? Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. I don't know how that setting up there went away, but I got scared. So my fault about that. Actually, I think I know what I did. So I was trying to do some extra stuff. Anyway, the man didn't sign the papers. He put the address there. I'm like, oh man, what, he got vibranium at the crib? Hey, I'll give you a piece if you let me live. But that's not what happened, Lamont. And this is the part that confused me. And I rewound it. And I couldn't rewind it too much because I didn't want to mess up a play. Because I'm not trying to sound obnoxious, but, Disney did provide screeners. And they only give you a certain amount of plays. Once the plays run out, you can't refresh it. And sometimes if you hit pause too much or go back, it'll waste the play and you got to start the episode over. So I had to be cautious. So please excuse me if I'm missing a plot point here. This man gave this long epilogue about his wife, 50% sun, chance of rain, 50% chance of sun. Do you believe that everything happens for a reason, or things just happen by chance? This is a half glass, half full, but this is just our version. And talked about the technology, talked about how they like to go on walks. He called his wife Alex. He said, "Me here with Alex." Let's put a pin on that. We're in episode 3. We go back to episode 1, where Link and what was that dude's name? It wasn't Hercule or Herbert.
Geiger.
Man, I did a horrible job. Geiger was like, "Hey, man, we need to get to Colorado. We need to get to the bunker and get inside." He said, "We got to kill her." And another time he said, "We got to kill Alex." So is Alex a persons, or a thing? Some type of device or technology or software? I went back 3 times, man. This man that owned this company, he called his wife that was dead there in bed Alex. And then said Alex again right after that outside where the boy showed up. Also, Lamont, when he asked him, "Hey, I'm going with the things that are supposed to happen. What do you believe? I'm going to give you this right here for your nose. It's going to bleed." So after he shot him, which is crazy, he goes outside, and when the boy shows up, his nose starts bleeding. Are you Doctor Strange? You can predict stuff? What the hell is going on? I don't know. I could stop there and ask you, but I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
He said, when the boy shows up, let him go. It could save the world, or it could save billions. I think I know the answer to this question. But who was that boy? Was that Link from the first episode? Or am I tripping? I know I threw a lot at you, but I mean, what you got over here? Because I need some of these pieces of the puzzle put together, sir. What are your thoughts? What was the point of all that? I have my ideas, but I want to give it to you first.
I don't think that was Link. It could be. Dark hair. Only problem is the family looked like they of some kind of foreign descent a little bit, and that kid did too. So I don't think that's Link. Okay. But I think that the project name of whatever they're doing is Alex. I think that there's an Alex working on it, and he probably named it the Project Alex because of the wife. Okay. And his wife was the optimistic person in the family. Remember, I used to always tell people in my marriage, I look at things like Batman. I look for the bad. And my wife was Superman. She always looked for the good in people. But now that we have what we have going on in the country, she's come on over to the Batman side. And so I think Alex was this man's version of looking at things half full. And I don't know what the hell that son know, but I do know that son is somewhere in that bunker. He's somewhere in that bunker. If not, he was one of those guys that got arrested in this episode, one of the freedom fighters, I think. And I think that the president's son is going to get them all together. And we see how it ended. And I think that what we're going to wind up seeing is the people in the bunker are not going to want to let go of whatever energy is being used to power Alex because they want to keep it to themselves instead of going up and restarting Earth. And then we're going to have a massive fight we're going to have a civil war with the people in the bunker. And then we're going to have people above the bunker wanting to come down there. And then you're going to have some people in the bunker going to help them, kind of like we had the Civil War in America. And from all that, I think that Xavier is going to wind up becoming president.
I love it, sir.
I brought it home, baby. I brought it home.
You brought it home. We're going to go with it. No, I'm pretty sure that Alex is some type of acronym, automatic lighting emergency xylophones or something, exoskeleton. I hope they hyped it up, bro. I hope they pay it off. I hope the reveal is like, wow, if it's a toothpick and a toothbrush, I'm going to be upset. So we're going to see. Taking a break there, man. Let's go back to Robinson. She looking up these old files, and they're redacted. And she found us some information on Jane, and she don't really have any flattering words for Jane. No, the file of Billy. Wait a minute. What am I trying to say here? the information that Robertson is finding in the file, Jane has some words about Billy, and they're not that flattering. Like he had an issue. However, when Robertson goes to Billy's crib, she finds a ring, an engagement ring, implying that he was going to propose. So that contradicts what Jane was saying in the redacted files. I think she said something like, he didn't have a will to live or something like that, if I'm remembering correctly. And that doesn't make any sense, especially if, there's engagement rings, stashed away. What do you think is going to come of that, if anything? What do you think is going to come of that, if anything at all?
That's going to be evidence that they will eventually have to use to take down Jane. Simple as that. It's going to become evidence. Now, the key here is, will that evidence also somehow or another tie Sinatra to Jane? We'll see. Now, did you see that box that the ring was in? That was a dusty ass box. Wherever they was keeping that box, man, it looked like a volcanic eruption happened near that box. It was dusty and everything.
Yeah. Did I miss something else? My fault if I did. So you don't think he was unproposed, or you think it was just something else?
No, I do think he was going to propose, but Jane is a Sinatra agent. She might have enjoyed the time they had, but she was never going to really do it with him, because he had to be taken out, because he knew everything that was going on with Sinatra, from not just in the bunker, but above the bunker. He was a loose end. And Sinatra went and got her a black widow, which is always the downfall of men. She got close to him and took him out just like she did the president.
Okay, I'm sorry. I want to go back to the bedroom scene where the boy showed up. Yeah. Well, the tissue in the nosebleed, bro. How did he? And again, what was the point of that whole scenario? Like, what was he trying to convince Billy of, if anything at all? So first, the tissue with the nosebleed, and then what? And do you have any thoughts there?
I have no idea about the tissue in the nosebleed. What I honestly thought that he was giving him that tissue because when he saved his, I felt like Billy wasn't going to shoot the son, because he came in there and saw what the husband was talking about when he gave his soliloquies about, you don't know the depth of everything and all that. And he told Billy, I could see in your eyes. I could just look in your eyes and tell you a good man. Pew!
Yeah.
And I already felt like Billy wasn't going to kill the son, because he said to Billy, the son is going to be the key to saving the world. And I don't think Billy wants to end his life with the world ending. So I felt like he was going to save the son. So I thought maybe the tissue was going to be for Billy to cry because he let the son go. And I feel like the dad, when he said the line about, I'm paraphrasing, I feel optimistic today. I feel like it's more sunshine today. I think that was meant for Billy was not going to kill the son. That's what I think. But I have no idea how dad knew that his nose was going to bleed. I have no idea. Or maybe that tissue was given to Billy so that Billy could wipe off the blood splatter when he shot the dad, because I think some blood splattered on him too. And then the other thing that I would say is Billy is just not the brightest assassin either. Dude, you come in there with no gloves on, you touching everything. Damn, didn't you learn from OJ? If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. If the police came and searched properly, they would find your fingerprints all up on the door, the inside and the backside of the door. And that's what I think the tissue was for. I think dad knew he was going to shoot him, but really wanted him to save his son.
Right on. What do we want to talk about next? Still a lot. Gabriella, she really does not trust Sinatra anymore. And Carmen.
Can't blame her.
We got to talk about Carmen too, because she's like a triple, double, quadruple agent, it seemed like herself. But Gabriella goes to Sinatra's house. I don't trust you. You're a bitch, and gives her a picture. Now, we don't know exactly what the picture was there for in the first place, but we're going to find out at the very end of the episode. But I'm not going to draw it out, man. the writing was on the wall. You know, when Billy came back and was like, "Hey, if you ever need my services again, just say that you need a breath mint." Light bulb went off immediately. Oh shit! Sinatra gave the death kill to Jane or anybody to take out the president, and his jolly ass is out there jogging and gets his mother freaking throat slit. Now, I know that there are not cameras all over the bunker. Still, that was out in the open. I'm like, Jane, are you not worried about no? I mean, I want you to get caught. We don't like you, but are you not worried about nobody looking out the window? And you know, you took your time and you drawing blood X's on the chest or on the back, crazy. And then you get your GPS.
No cameras.
You see Robinson come. Then you tackle her. I mean, to be honest, if Jane can see that Robinson's on GPS, wouldn't Robinson be able to see the Jane on the GPS too?
If she's looking, she's got to be looking.
I guess you're right. But frames Robinson, man, puts the knife in her hand, calls it in. I'm like, oh my God, blame it on the black woman. How you gonna get out of this, man? How Robinson gonna get out of it, bro? Is President Napoleon gonna come back to life for revenge? Is he playing possum? Is Jane gonna get caught? What are your thoughts?
Here we go again, blaming everything on the black people. At first it was Xavier, now it's Robinson. The only way Robinson's going to get out of this is Xavier's got to come back and save her. So I see what they're doing. They literally are building the freedom fighters in jail. You got the president's son down there. You got a scientist who I'm sure knows how to work, Alex, down there. Now you're going to have Robinson down there. And the help on the outside of jail is going to be Presley and Presley's brother. So I see what's going on with this. But the problem is going to be, you're going to have to deal with this Jane. Jane needs to die.
Yes.
Sorry, Ashley. You need to die. That's her middle name. And we got to do something with Sinatra. Sinatra's got to go too.
Oh, definitely.
But if Sinatra goes, it's kind of like, would they replace Sinatra with Annie? Because I could easily see Annie becoming an antagonist now because of the story arc she's been through, and she's got a baby. And people would go through great lengths to take care or do things for their baby, because look at Sinatra. In Sinatra's mind, she's doing all this for her daughters.
True.
Technically.
True.
So nobody else's right or wrong matters but hers, because she's doing it for her fucking family. I hate it when they say that. My family. What about everybody else's family?
Did they ever reveal how her son died exactly? What the exact illness was?
I think they did, but I completely forgot that part. But I think they did reveal it, because they did a whole flashback scene in season 1.
Yeah. Y'all let us know in the comment section. You know, I'm curious. Now, what is the relationship going to be like between Presley and Jeremy? Jeremy and Presley, you know, Presley, the black girl, and Jeremy, the son of Cal, the president that died the first season. Because of James' dumb butt thinking that he's trying to steal his sister away, she throws away the note. Presley shows up to the meeting place an hour late. When she shows up, Jeremy's getting arrested. She's shaking her head. Is Jeremy going to think that Presley betrayed him and set him up to get arrested, or how's that going to play out? And then we see him.
No, he's not going to think that.
He's not? Okay. And then they take him to jail. He goes downstairs. And they have their own, Guantanamo Bay down there. So we got Jeremy and we got the engineer that built the whole place. And he's like, yeah, you know, I didn't help. This is my creation. He's like, good, because you're going to help me blow the motherfucking doors open. I don't think he said that part, the MF, but you're going to help me blow the doors open. We're revolution, you know. So I like to team up, you know. I like it there. You know, they're going to blow the doors open. You think it's a good idea to blow the doors open?
Yes, when you know that you're in a position of advantage, blow the doors open then. But until then, you move silently like a ninja in the night.
Ninja in the night. I do agree. It's going to be a battle, man. It's definitely going to be some type of civil war. But Lamont, let's go back to Carmen, man. What's up with Carmen? She's not just some housekeeper. She apparently know about Alex and the project and the status too. I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
Bruh.
Sinatra's resourceful, man. She got her agents everywhere, but we gotta wave the finger. Okay, what's her name? Dr. Tarabi, Gabriella
Mhm.
got that microphone in that picture and is listening in. Is she gonna get the hair chopped off? Who do we trust? I mean, I thought Carmen was cool, but apparently she works for the devil. Is Carmen gonna beat up Gabriella? Is Gabriella gonna beat up Sinatra? Is Sinatra gonna beat up Carmen? Jane is crazy. Robinson is knocked out. What's up with this ending, bro? And the recording device, and all the stuff that Carmen knows.
Carmen is a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, this show could literally end with Carmen taking out Sinatra and replacing Sinatra, technically, if they really wanted to go there. And for Dr. Go get you a Lamont Gabriel, I'm rooting for you. I am seriously rooting for you. Go get you a Lamont Gabriel, because I want to meet Xavier's wife so we can have that awkward moment to know that you was in the shower and touching him and all that. But now you need his wife, because I think B. Avery, I asked you, is the wife going to show up? The wife is going to show up because she's probably going to have the intelligence to help fix something with Alex. I can see that coming, and they're going to need her. The only heroes we're going to have that are not in jail is going to had to be Gabrielle, Presley and her brother, and that's it, because Robinson's going to be in jail, Jeremy's in jail, the other scientist is in jail, and now we've got the problem of wondering who's going to be the next president that Sinatra is probably going to put in place. And so, man, it's a lot going on, and we really need Xavier to get back and help stabilize this civil war that's coming.
Yes,
but
sir.
His hands is tied up too. And then let's just say that Xavier is forced to come to the bunker, and they wind up linking up with Link and his crew. How is Xavier going to pair up with them? Because he's going to be upset. I wanted to get my wife. Now that I done got your baby mama back, let me go. And they probably not going to want him to go because he knows the ins and out of that bunker. So we've got a couple of situations going on.
Another situation that you brought up when we was covering season 1 is, what if Gabrielle is pregnant with Xavier's baby too?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I do not want that.
Yes.
Hopefully
that is not the kind of booty that you. Yeah, man. You don't just pull out of that one nice and easy. You kind of slow out of that one.
Hilarious.
Which get you in trouble, fellas. That get you in trouble.
You gotta be careful. I'm not
you
mad
gotta
at
be
them,
careful.
No. I'm not mad at them. No. You got any final thoughts, man? Or what did I miss? What did I not bring up that's important that you want to get off your chest?
You brought up everything, man. This show is just so good. I just wish everybody would experience this show the way that they have experienced some of the other shows that are going on in other networks. For example, other show that I'm covering, HBO's The Pit, that won an Emmy last year. This year, they have doubled the amount of people watching that show from first year to this year, and each episode keeps going up and up, and my views with it. And I think that if people would give Dice the chance, it has an opportunity to be probably better than The Pit. It just needs more eyeballs on it, and that's what me and B. Avery are trying to do. Get your eyeballs on it.
Right on. Y'all, lots to talk about in this show. Lots of theories. I mean, who knows what's going to happen next, but I cannot wait. But guys, that is going to wrap it up for our Paradise Season 2, Episode 3 recap and review. Another Day in Paradise. We will be here same time, same place for Episode 4, titled A Holy Charge. What is this one right here about? Xavier and Annie travel to Atlanta, contrasting life in this new world and the one be left behind in the bunker. It is going down. Guys, if you're watching this on my channel, please subscribe to Lamont's channel. This is what it looks like right here. Link to it is in the description box of this video. If you're watching this on Lamont's channel, please subscribe to my channel. This is what it looks like. Link to that is in his description box of the video. But guys, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget And I'm B. Avery. That's Lamont, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.